Welcome back to the Brandon Can Win channel. Award shows. Everyone has kind of an interest. Some people who watch like a lot of movies, they love the Oscars. Music, you got the VMAs. And us gamers out here, we got the Game Awards. And it is about that time that we voted for the Game of the Year. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through some of the games that I voted. We're going to go through most of the categories. And I say most because some of them I really just don't know what to vote for. I either don't know anything about that genre or something like that. So if I skip one, sorry. But we're going to go through all the awards, nominees and stuff, and we're going to vote for which one we want. Alrighty guys, it's time to start voting. I'm not going to say what flavor this is or what brand it is until they start paying me. Which is never going to happen. Anyways, just before, one last thing before we start. I am going to be watching the Game Awards, and if you guys want to watch it with me, I will be streaming that day. So yeah, we'll watch the Game Awards, and if I'm not tired or whatever, we might also, like, I don't know, play some Smash Bros. Or something, I don't know. So yeah, December 7th, come join in. So these are all the categories. Game of the Year is the first to pop up. I want to save that for last. I'm skipping all these esports ones because I don't know shit about esports, I'm not gonna lie. And I already looked at Content Creator of the Year, and yeah, I don't know any of them, but I wish them all the best of luck anyways. So we're gonna start most anticipated game. Gosh, can I speak? And then we'll work our way back. Alright, so we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We got Hades 2. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Now, I honestly don't know much. Let's start from right to left. Tekken 8, I mean, I guess that's exciting, but I'm not really a big fighting game person, honestly. Like, I want to get into Mortal Kombat 1, but at the same time, I suck at fighting games, like I said. I play Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I'm decent at that. And Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is fun. Star Wars Outlaws, I don't know much about this game at all, really, to give an opinion. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, it looks like fun because I didn't play Yakuza Like a Dragon, you know? But, that being said, it looks really funny, and I'm sure it's going to be great. Hades, I heard Hades 1 was really good, so Hades 2 might be really good. But for me personally, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it has to be. It has to. I have to vote for it because I've played Remake, and I've actually been playing 16 recently because I never beat it. I think I just got to the halfway point, I'm not sure. Yeah, I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Rebirth is one of my most anticipated games. My question is, where's Persona 3 Reload? That's what I really want on this list. Where is Persona 3 Reload?
Let's do it.
I will vote for Final Fantasy VII regardless. Alright, next we got Best Adaptation. We got Castlevania Nocturne, starting left to right. Gran Turismo. The Last of Us. The Super Mario Brothers movie. And Twisted Metal. Now, here's the thing. I have some controversial opinions on one of these. So let's start with Castlevania Nocturne. I didn't even know this was a thing, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like it's probably good. Gran Turismo, I don't really care for the game, so I didn't really care to see the movie, so I don't know if that's a good adaptation or not. This is where the controversial opinion comes in, and feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I never played The Last of Us Part 1 or Part 2. I do plan on playing it, though, because Part 2 is going to be remastered for the PS5, I believe. And Part 1 was remastered, so I might play those. But isn't it, I could be wrong, isn't the show just the game? But, like, literally, like, cut scene for scene from what I've seen, it was like cut to cut, just the same thing as the game. So it's like, you might as well play the game or watch the show. Like, I don't see a point in doing both. Super Mario Brothers movie. I love that movie. I love it. I think it's really fun. And it was such a great adaptation, and it just passed expectations. I expected, along with a lot of other people, for this movie to suck ass, and yet it was one of my favorite movies of this that come out this year. So, I think you guys know where my vote's going. But let's talk about Twisted Metal. I've heard Twisted Metal is actually really good. I never played the Twisted Metal games, but from what I've heard, this was a really good adaptation. That being said, my Nintendo bias plus my actual legit joy for it has to go to the Mario movie. That gets my vote. Best multiplayer, we got Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm gonna be honest, I know that this has a lot of categories. I don't know how many, but I know Baldur's Gate, I've heard a lot of good things about Baldur's Gate. It never piqued my interest personally, so I honestly cannot really talk on that. But I'm gonna pass on that. Diablo 4, I did not know was a multiplayer game, so that's interesting. Party Animals, I don't hear many people talking about it, but I would definitely be interested to check it out just from seeing this picture of the gator alone. Street Fighter 6, I played the demo live. I couldn't get into it myself. Like I said, though, that's just me not typically being a fighting game person. I am a big Nintendo person, okay? I'm sorry. I have a slight Nintendo bias. But genuinely, with the multiplayer in this game, I wouldn't have solved some puzzles that I did. Like, there's some TikTok of me, I'm trying to figure out this puzzle, and then this random, person who's playing Peach showed me how to do it. Like, kind of just by using emotes and stuff, and just, it was really helpful, and everyone is really cool, and I feel like the multiplayer was way better than I expected it to be. I haven't played with friends, granted, but, like, yeah, it was so good. So, I'm not saying this because I'm just a Nintendo fanboy. I genuinely think this was a really great multiplayer experience, which is why I'm voting for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Alright, best sim/strategy. We got two Nintendo here. I gotta say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how much Nintendo is here. Because Nintendo within the Game Awards, usually there's not much. So I'm actually wondering if there's going to be any announcements from Nintendo, like big games, you know? Because that's like really why people watch the Game Awards, besides like, you know, some people watch them for the actual awards. But most people watch it for the announcements, because it's like the new E3 pretty much. So let's go over these real quick. We got Advance Wars 1+2, Reboot Camp. Wait, we got 3 Nintendo. Oh yeah, I forgot that's Nintendo. We got City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. I don't give a shit about Advance Wars. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people do, because I hear a lot of people talk about it. I didn't grow up with the original Advance Wars, so there's just no attachment for me. City Skylines, I played one of them, and I stopped playing after a little while, but I remember that it's good. The first one was fun, I guess. Company of Heroes 3, no idea what you are. Fire Emblem Engage. It was a very weird like concept to me that like the heroes of the past game are like I don't really totally get the premise of this game really. But Pikmin 4, I know my Pikmin, and I've heard good things about Pikmin 4. I have Pikmin 1+2, like the remasters, for Switch, and I've been meaning to play it and stream it. So I'm gonna pick Pikmin 4 because I've just heard a lot of good about it, and I think it looks really fun. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. Oh, we got a tight one here. Best family game. We got Disney Illusion Island. We got Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Let's start with elimination, because this is a little bit more of a tough one. I think we're going to vote Pikmin 4 out, because to my knowledge, it's like 2 players max. I could be wrong. Sonic Superstars... I have a problem with, like, 2D multiplayer Sonic, for the fact that when you do split screen on it, it's just kind of an eyesore, in my opinion. Super Mario Bros. Wonder looks solid multiplayer for the whole family. I'm looking at this as if, like, the whole family wants to join in and play a game, you know? And I don't think they would want to do that with Pikmin 4 or Sonic Superstars. Mario Wonder, I look like such a Nintendo just whore. And I know I am, which is a problem. Because Party Animals might be a good party game. And, you know, Disney Illusion Island looked like it was solid. God, it's between these two, actually. Because I feel like Disney, that's like the main draw, like for family. Everyone loves Disney, unless all ages, pretty much. I mean, you can't beat 90s Disney though. Like, what is Wish? I'll let you live it for free, and I don't even charge you rent. What is that movie? Anyways, that's a rant for another day. Just so that, because I feel like I'm giving Mario Wonder so many votes. I'm giving Mario Wonder... Someone needs to. Mario Wonder. Yes. Best family game. It was a really good multiplayer game. It's a good family game. We're gonna move on now. Don't at me in the comments. I know I'm a whore for Nintendo, okay? I know I've been talking like I don't play fighting games. I do play fighting games. I just suck at them. So let's take a look at these. God of Rock, never heard of this game. I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of it, so we're gonna say no. Nick All-Star Brawl 2. It's the closest thing to Smash Bros. Here. Because Smash Bros. Ultimate, if that was here, I'd vote for that. I love Super Smash Bros. That's what I'm saying. I do play some fighting games. It really depends on the kind, though. Pocket Bravery, also never heard of you. And like I said, Street Fighter 6, that was okay. So we're gonna eliminate Street Fighter 6 and God of Rock, because I know I'm not a big fan of this, and I don't know what this is. Mortal Kombat 1 intrigues me a little bit, and so does Nick All-Star Brawl 2. I played the first one, and the lack of voice acting bugged me so much. But I think this one has voice acting. It also has my boy Raphael in this as well, which I don't know why they don't just have all four turtles. That's kind of weird to me. And then there's Mortal Kombat 1. I feel like maybe Nick All-Star Brawl learned from its past and is better, so I'm going to vote for Nick All-Star Brawl 2. Alright guys, this is my territory. Okay, let's start with Starfield. No. I've heard some people say it is so boring, or like it's so repetitive, like it's gorgeous, but like it's just not quite it, so I'm not gonna say Starfield. Sea of Stars, I've heard good things, but I never really looked into wanting to get into it. Lies of P, I don't really remember exactly what Lies of P? It's a Souls-like action RPG. Oh, is that Pinocchio game? Oh, yeah, it's that Pinocchio game. I don't know much about it, so I really can't say anything about it. Baldur's Gate 3, like I said, so many people have said so many good things about it. But like I said, it doesn't interest me. What does is Final Fantasy 16. Literally, I'll tell you guys, slight spoilers for Final Fantasy 16. You fight Titan, and like, after the first phase, because there's phases in this fight, I was like, holy shit. And then you're like running towards him. I'm like, holy shit, dude. And like the most epic music played. I'll probably play it during this part of the video. It was just so epic. And this game, the story is so much better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm enjoying it so far. I love the story. I love Torgal. If he dies, I'm going to cry, but I love him. He's best boy. This is one of the few games where you pet the dog instead of petting the cat. So, Final Fantasy 16, no question. No question about it. That's my RPG. Action adventure. Oh god, my Nintendo bias is returning. Alan Wake 2. I honestly don't care about Alan Wake. I don't care what people say. I just don't care. Spider-Man 2, I was thinking, I was like, okay, am I gonna get Spider-Man 2 or Mario Wonder? Because they came out on the same exact day. And despite some things, I am trying to save up money because that's why I moved back home in the first place. Move out. So I was thinking, okay, what's something I can just hold back on? And I was like, Spider-Man 2. I'm sure it's phenomenal. Thing is that the reason I don't think it should win, personally, is that it still looks like Spider-Man 1, just like better traversal. Hey guys, editing Brandon here. I thought I should just like actually sit down and talk to the camera when saying this. I just realized what I just said is very hypocritical based on the game I choose for this category. So I want to acknowledge that and say I'm sorry. Spider-Man 2 is a game I have on my Christmas list that I hope I get. And hopefully I'll stream it. I plan on streaming the Arkham games first because Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out in February as well. I just wanted to point out, I know I'm a hypocrite, so you don't have to remind me in the comments, but yeah, sorry. And Spider-Man 2 in general just seems like the hype for it isn't as big as when Spider-Man 1 was coming out, you know? That's just how I see it. I wasn't as hyped for Spider-Man 2 as most people were, and I've played Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, and I enjoyed both. And I feel like I will enjoy Spider-Man 2 when I get it. I just wasn't as hyped for it. I like some of the new mechanics I'm seeing though, and yeah, but I don't think that's it. Resident Evil 4, I don't know, I couldn't get into that much either. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I can't really talk on. I've heard very mixed things. Some people love it, some people hate it. Guys, you gotta understand, look. That final boss battle was the most epic thing to come out of Zelda in so fucking long. This game was phenomenal when it came out. I played the shit out of it. I actually still haven't 100%ed it. I haven't gotten the ultimate prize for beating all the shrines. It surpassed my expectations. It expanded upon what Breath of the Wild did, and I think that the story was phenomenal. All the voice actors, Matt Mercer, everyone did phenomenal. It was just such... It beat Majora's Mask as my favorite Zelda game. And Majora's Mask is one of my favorite games of all time, so that says something. So Tears of the Kingdom, you get my vote 100%. Okay, so I actually have to skip Best Action Game because I know nothing about any of the games. I don't think it'd necessarily be fair for me. So if I go to a category and I don't know anything about any of the games, that's why I skipped the sports racing one, I'm gonna just skip it. I don't know anything about any of those, so we're moving on. I can't speak on these either. God damn it. Alright, best community support. Let's skip to that one. We have Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. Now here's the thing, there's two of these that are problematic in my eyes still. And that is No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk, because both of them had awful releases. Awful. Like, I bought Cyberpunk 2077 on two different ways. I bought it on PlayStation and on Steam, and I returned them both because for my PlayStation, I was just too scared, and my PC, I tried playing it, but then the game just crashed because it wouldn't let me play it. I have heard it's gotten better, but I just don't feel comfortable giving it to either of these two, because they've probably come a long way, and I'm probably being an asshole. So these two, I'm not talking about. This one, I'm gonna, like I said, heard a lot, no interest, but I'm sure it's great. So Final Fantasy 14, I have played that. I think it's fun. I don't currently have a membership to play with it, so yeah. But I do hope to eventually get back into it, and yeah, I'm voting Final Fantasy 14. Love that. Alright, best ongoing, we have some of the current things. Maybe I should have saved what I said for the last thing for this one. Alright, Apex Legends. I don't really hear many people talk about Apex that much anymore, if I'm being real. Cyberpunk 2077, like I said, don't feel comfy. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. These are the three that I'm like, ugh. Genshin has a hardcore fan base. Like, almost to a scary degree. I feel like Fortnite has died down a bit in the recent years, but I think the OG little thing that's going on might have given it a little bit of edge. And Final Fantasy 14, it's between these two, really. No, it's between these two. Don't personally care for Genshin Impact. I'm voting for Final Fantasy 14. No, if you like Genshin Impact, it's nothing against you. It's just I like Final Fantasy 14. Okay, we got Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16. I believe he played Clive. Cameron Monaghan. Am I saying that right? He played the main guy in that. Idris Elba for Cyberpunk. I don't know about that. I've heard this guy was phenomenal in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, he owned that. And Yuri Lowenthal. I like Yuri Lowenthal. I like his performances. I'm gonna be honest, Clive just sounds kind of one-toned most of the game. I think it was like the voice directing. I don't think it was him specifically. But I'm leaning more towards these two. I have to support Yuri. I'm sorry, I have to. He's Yosuke. He's Yosuke. So he's Yosuke and he's Spider-Man. He does great work. Best audio. I don't feel like I need an Dead Space. Dead Space. This game scary as I haven't beaten it because it got scary. And it's not just because of how scary the visuals are. Like, my controller, I don't know what sounds are coming out of that shit. And my TV, like, holy shit. Dead Space. No question. I'm not even going to read the rest of them. Dead Space is a great game. I thought that was last year, actually. Best score and music. Oh my gosh, this one's tough. Once again, Alan Wake 2, don't care. Hi-Fi Rush, I've never really heard of. Tears of the Kingdom. 16. Baldur's Gate. I can't vote Baldur's Gate. I don't know. Hi, I'm here to pop in again. Editing Brandon here. To let you guys in on something. I want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 for a minute, and I want to be totally honest with you guys, because I don't like not being honest. I say that I don't know much about Baldur's Gate 3. I still don't when editing this, but I do want to say I can see how it's kind of unfair me voting this without having to have any knowledge on Baldur's Gate, you know, besides what I've seen. And, you know, I'm sorry that I didn't do my research. I bet you guys were screaming like, well, look it up, or watch a Let's Play or something. I get that, but at the same time, I'm trying to get this video out before the Game Awards happen, so admittedly, filming this was kind of rushed, so I apologize for the Baldur's Gate 3 fans, you know. I'm sorry. But, I'll do better next year, I promise. I promise. If I do this next year, I'll do better. I don't know how the music sounds in that game. I really don't. I just don't feel comfortable voting for that. Like I said, the song that played during Final Fantasy XVI's boss battle music was great. But then that Nintendo me is just leaning towards here. The music in Tears of the Kingdom, the boss musics were so good. Colgera's boss theme, which is the remix of Dragon Roost Island / Rito Village. The whole setting for that. The music for the Ganondorf fight was epic. There was a remix of Ocarina of Time Ganondorf battle in that. There was just so much love for Zelda in that game. And then even when there wasn't music, it was just ambiance. It was just so nice. I have to vote Tears of the Kingdom. Best art direction, once again, I don't think I have to say anything. But I'm going to anyways. Alan Wake 2, like I said, don't care. Hi-Fi Rush, never heard of it. Lies of P. It just looks... I feel like I've seen it before. Mario Wonder is where things get interesting. I like the art direction that this took, because the game feels alive, if that makes sense. It feels very lively, and it feels like it's taking the Mario franchise and pointing it in the right direction. So that's why I think that Mario Wonder deserves it. I really, really, really genuinely think it does. I'm not just voting for it on every category because I love Mario Wonder. I'm voting for it because this is how I actually feel. I feel like of all of these, it's best art direction. Tears of the Kingdom, I've praised it quite a bit in this, but the art direction hasn't changed from Breath of the Wild. It's the same as Breath of the Wild. So, to be fair, I cannot say Zelda. I cannot. I don't even know why it's here, honestly. No hate to any of these games. Mario Wonder, absolutely. No question. No question. Best game direction. I said it in the art direction thing, and I mean it with this. Mario Wonder. Take 2D Mario, make it like this. Make it like Wonder. God damn it. Whatever inspired you, Nintendo, to make Mario Wonder the way it is, use that for the next game. Don't copy it exactly, obviously. Like, if there's a sequel with similar graphics, that's fine. But, like, this is the best direction you can take 2D Mario. And as a Nintendo fan, that's very important to me. So, yeah, Mario Wonder. And then here we are. Game of the Year. Let's see what it is. We got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm already leaning to the right, I'm not lying. By the way, I know it's a late disclaimer. I want to say, if you enjoy Alan Wake 2, I have nothing against you. I just have no interest in it. Resident Evil 4, also, it's like, I don't know. I'm surprised Final Fantasy 16 isn't here. Spider-Man 2. I don't know the story. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I've talked a lot of praise for this game in this video. And this game, honestly, was probably one of the highlights of this year. Because it took a franchise I grew up with and just improved on it in every way possible. And I felt hope in 2D Mario again, so it has to be Mario Wonder. Tears of the Kingdom was phenomenal. It's like my second, I would say. But Mario Wonder. That being said, I'll tell you what I think will win. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win. Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win because I hear nothing but good about every single aspect of this game. It's just not for me. I just don't have interest in playing it myself, but every person who has even breathed the name of this game has said how good it is. So I think that's gonna win, but my personal game of the year is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It just is. Yeah. I'm going to get a lot of comments, especially when it comes to, like, maybe disliking a certain game or liking a game more than others, like, all the time, having my Nintendo bias. When I talk about, like, Mario Wonder and being Game of the Year and like these categories, I try my best to make a case for them. Because Mario Wonder truly was a highlight of this year. This year has not been a great year. I'm gonna be real with you guys in my personal life. It has been a awful year. And Mario Wonder was one of those lights to cheer me up. Like, so was Tears of the Kingdom, but Mario Wonder was just a surprise from the start and paid off in the end. I'm happy with my vote, and for people who feel like I talk too much shit, like, especially on Alan Wake 2, I feel like I went too hard on it. I'm sorry. If you enjoy the game, I hope it does well. I honestly wish the best for every nominee in every category. I wish you guys the best. By the time you're watching this, it's the day before the Game Awards. Like I said earlier, I do plan on streaming my reaction to the Game Awards because, you know, there's going to be announcements and I'm going to have reactions. So, yeah. So anyways, let's wrap up this video, shall we? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too harsh on some games in particular. I wish everyone nominated luck. Whether you're a game developer or you're a creator or an esports player or whatever, wish you the best of luck. So let me know in the comments down below, what's your game of the year? It doesn't even have to have been on the list of nominees. What was your game of the year? What game is your favorite game that you started playing this year that you just love, that maybe got you through a hard time or something? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your answers. But yeah, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell when you do. And yeah, so long and good night.